Hey guys, I want to talk about authority figures. and what I want to talk about is I want to address a very strange phenomenon that at least I have encountered. I don't know about other people, I assume so. But when I think of authority figures and when I encounter authority figures, people like police officers or people in the US Army or in other armies or religious authority figures such as the Pope or really anyone who wears a special uh, outfit that signifies their role or their status. Um, and I want to talk about how wearing an outfit changes somebody. Because what I've noticed is that when people are in outfits, especially those which lend authority from some source, even if the authority is you and the other people around you, um, I feel like we give those people way too much leeway with their actions as far as moral and immoral. And what I mean by this is that, um, take for example the Pope. Um, Richard Feynman's father actually talked to Richard, um, and he would say, okay, take a look at all the people that are in these points of authority, these really high statuses in society, such as police officers, army officials, the Pope. And he said, um, thousands of people listen to these people every day. Like the Pope, he's got crowds of millions of people waiting on his every word. Um, but at the end of the day, when all is said and done, all the people go home and people deal with their everyday lives. The Pope takes off his garments and he becomes a normal person. He was always a normal person. He was just wearing those clothes. So it's as ridiculous as as if an entire crowd of millions of people was just listening to some dude, like just some random guy that they thought was like kind of cool. But the fact that he's wearing that garment makes him appear so much more uh, than just a human, because he's no longer just some dude. He's a symbol of an office, and with that, like it is subconsciously, I think, raising him to a level where we feel less obliged to judge them and their character and their actions. Um, and so uh, I wish that we would examine more the fact that, for example, police officers are um, just people. They just do their job. They're intimidating sometimes. They walk around like they own stuff. Um, like their authority is somehow inherent. But really, they're just normal people, and all of their authority comes from you and I. Um, so it just astounds me when I see police officers that I mean, obviously they have to live up to this image of being tough, or else they'll be taken advantage of, or something like that. But it seems strange to me that police officers walk around or drive around intimidatingly, um, or act like they have this sort of power that's theirs, independent of you. Um, and I don't think that it should be like that. I think more people should examine where the power that their authority figures have comes from, because most of the time it's them. And so I don't think they should take um, as much um, disagree disagreements from them. I don't think they should allow them to overstep their boundaries so easily. Um, and this is evident from like events like police brutality, for example. To me, that is disgusting, because how could you, with authority from somebody, abuse that person? Like, how could you use the authority you get from the people to abuse the people, when the only way you have authority is because of the people? Like, if nobody thought you had authority, you would just be some dude hitting people. Like, because that's the reality that it is. If someone is abused by police because they yelled at the police and the police were in a bad mood, and so they just kind of roughed them up to show them what the police can do, or something like that. All that is just some dude yells at some other dude, and then they got in a fight. That's all it is. But the moment someone says police officer, or or brings that sort of title into there, which comes with it a bunch of connotations, positive and negative, and all these implied meanings, I think we lose sight of actually what's happening. And so things like the actions of the president, the actions of other government figures, other celebrities, police officers, army officers, all these people, the Pope, uh, all these people in very high stations, that a good majority of us just accept as being qualified to be in that position. And so I think we need to examine more where the authority figures around us derive their authority from, because I feel like too many people fall into this bubble of sorts where they're comfortable with everything, where the world is black and white, um, and they're content to just assume that whoever has got the suit on at the point in time is doing whatever needs to be done, instead of taking a step back, looking at police brutality, or the way that police act, or the way that the Pope acts, or the president, and really just tear down the walls of this like subconscious separation between being a normal regular person and being this major figure in society, because really they're the same thing. They're the same thing except for words. So I think that's a very important thing to do, and I don't think enough people do it. So I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, authority figures.